My wife, Prue, and my son, Cole, are here. I want to thank you so much for all the support you've given me over the years. Let me thank all the people who helped make tonight possible. There are so many supporters, particularly my friends and colleagues at Patterson-Belknap, a law firm that's truly committed to public service. I want to congratulate all the honorees, especially my dear friend, Mylan Dennerstein. I was told I wasn't allowed to tell about that meeting, Steve. I was sworn to secrecy. It may have been in a book, but now I can tell the truth. The truth is that Mylan thought that the new Attorney General was Steve Younger because he was so bad looking compared to Attorney General Cuomo, right? That's the truth, Mylan, I know. You thought I was just some fuddy-duddy politician or something. But I want to be serious because tonight is about a serious subject. It's about reflecting about civil discourse. That's what Citizens Union is all about. And in our political climate, we need Citizens Union. I can remember the first day I became state bar president. I went to my friend Mike Cardozo, who's here tonight, and one of our past honorees, and I asked for advice. I know lots of people come to you for advice, Mike. And he said, whenever the mayor has a hard decision to make about a new initiative, he asks, what does Citizens Union think? And we're so fortunate to have groups like Citizens Union because in today's environment, it's so difficult for us to kind of have these open discussions about what public policy ought to be. We can't have a discussion about immigration or guns or you name whatever subject it is without falling into partisan divides. And it's very troubling to many of us. I'm an ideologue. I like to think that in history it wasn't that way. Many of my mentors, as you saw one of them, grew up in the Rockefeller or Lindsay or Hugh Carey era. And I want to think that there was a much greater openness back then to having serious discussions of policy issues on the merits. Or perhaps more importantly, that they don't devolve into the kind of shock attacks that is what we see on the airwaves every night, and we'll go home and see them this evening as we go back. So in my view, there's one way that we need to attack this, and that is through the kind of civic engagement that Citizen Union stands for. As Dick mentioned, most of our New Yorkers don't go to the polls to vote. But perhaps more importantly to me, most New Yorkers don't understand the fundamental basics of our governmental system. One recent survey showed 60% of us don't know the three branches of government. In fact, a lot of them think it's Democrat, Republican, and Tea Party. Most Americans can't name one justice on our US Supreme Court. They know a lot more about the judges on American Idol than they know about the judges on our country's high court. That is a sad fact about civic affairs and knowledge about our government. Now, we all know there's a raging debate right now about what we should be teaching in our schools. One solution that's come to the fore is requiring more civic education. But whether it's the job of our teachers, our government officials, the press, parents, grandparents, or simply us as citizens, we can't disagree that America needs to know more about the government that makes us so special. And you know what? It's really ironic because today there's far more information available than any time in history. I mean, it's been said that because of the iPhone, Twitter, social media, more words were written this very week than all of time. But unfortunately, we don't spend time talking about, listening to other people, deal with the kinds of things that make our democracy so special. So whatever perspectives we may have on the current events, in order for our political process to work, the public has to be informed, and only if they're informed will they be civically engaged and hopefully go out to the polls and care. So in closing, I know that's the word you are all waiting for, because I'm only stopping you from the end of the evening. But I think we all need to ask ourselves what we can do to help those around us better understand what makes our democratic system so great. So I apologize for the public service announcement, but to me, that's what Citizens Union is about. and I want to thank you so much for this tremendous honor.